Welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of Greg's Reacts. And today I'm going to be talking about the fabulous race weekend we had in Formula One. So I'm going to start by talking about qualifying. So great race weekend. It was some moves made. So in qualifying, Mercedes finishes 1 and 2. Bottas gets the fastest lap, so he gets on pole, and followed by Hamilton. Then it's basically 2 by 2 for the top 10. I mean, with Mercedes, Ferrari, followed by I think it was Red Bull, then Renault and Haas, all in the top 10. That rarely happens to where it's a qualifying like that. So all weekend, and one of the biggest things that happened was from Alex Albon from Toro Rosso. It was on qualifying Q3. He was coming around. I think it was the final turn. Y'all let me know in the comments. I'm trying to remember. He was coming around the final turn on Q3. He took the turn too hard and just wrecked his car. Wrecked it. I mean, going way too fast, hit the car. So he hit a do not qualify. So now he had to start from the pit for the race, which is tough. George Russell for Williams, he also had P17, which was his best start in his career for Williams. Starting from qualifying, I had predicted Ferrari, only because their car are better on for the straights, and this track in China had a lot of straights. I mean, it was still 16 turns, but it had a lot of straights. So I thought, I know Mercedes is fast in the turns, faster in the turns, but I thought Ferrari was going to push more during the straights. So it didn't. Ferrari still came third and fourth in qualifying. So let's get to the race. So race was phenomenal. The race actually starts from the beginning, because even though Bottas started on pole, he had a bad start. Hamilton, his teammate, had the actual better start, which gave him the lead, which he would never give back. And so Hamilton wins the race in China for the 1,000th race in Formula One. Bottas, he comes in second. It was a weird thing with Ferrari, because from the start, Leclerc actually was in third and Vettel was in fourth. So Vettel was pushing Leclerc to try to catch Mercedes. Mercedes had a good lead, and I guess the team principal told Leclerc to let Vettel pass so he could try to catch up to Mercedes. So at the time, I thought it was a good move, because if you look at the first 10 to 15 laps, he was really less than a second off from Leclerc. So he was really pushing Leclerc. So Leclerc lets him pass. I think it's like lap 12, lap 13. Leclerc lets him pass. Then, from then on, it seemed like that whole strategy, it didn't even work. I mean, Vettel was even further back. And then you couldn't switch him back. Leclerc wanted to switch back, but you couldn't switch bach because Max Verstappen from Red Bull was too close. That he was on his ass. So you couldn't even switch back. So it wasn't a good day from Ferrari, man. They let me down. They let me down. They let me down. All in all, it was a good race. Hamilton now jumps Bottas in points with 68 to 62. It's still 1-2 Mercedes, but Hamilton picks up the 25 points. Then Pierre Gasly from Red Bull decides to have a late pit stop to try to get the fastest lap, which he succeeded. He got the extra point for the fastest lap. So when the laps, when the drivers' championship, it's 1-2 Mercedes, Hamilton, Bottas. Then it's Red Bull. Max Verstappen jumps up in third. So it hasn't been a good day for Ferrari. It hasn't been a good season for Ferrari. Not yet. We still got more tracks to come. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments about the whole race weekend. Give me your thoughts on what happened. Tell me what you think about Ferrari. They came in as the favorites, but they haven't been showing up. They haven't been showing up. So that's all on a good race weekend. Stay tuned for next race weekend. And also stay tuned for more things I'm going to be putting on my channel as far as sport. I'm going to be talking sports, Game of Thrones, music. I'm going to start doing music reactions. More movie reactions coming soon. So you guys stay locked in and hit that like and subscribe button. And thanks for coming in. See you next time.